Welcome to the bold analysis. I have made political observation that I want us to look at keenly and just question. Head of State William Ruto spent better part of his campaigns and first few months of his presidency, and even to date, of course, attacking and profiling pro-Uhuru, or rather Uhuru members of cabinet, as people who were incompetent and then could not deliver. In fact, Uhuru Kenyatta's leadership book is one that, according to Kenya Kwanza, needed not even to be in our archives and maybe should be in ashes somewhere. However, in the wake of complaints and as government continues to take its shape, President Ruto seems to be rolling back, injecting back Uhuru era allies back in government. Uhuru era allies are being taken back. And before I look at that, you may want to look at this. Recently, now there was a recent report that emerged that when Uhuru Kenyatta picked military actually to run NMS, he was called all sorts of names, and of course they blamed him that he was militarizing the country. But as we speak, President has given military the responsibility of facelifting 4 studies in this country so that it will be done very fast. Of course, that is Nyayo, I think Kasarani, and Kipchegu Keino in Eldoret, and I think the other one is City, I think. So that has emerged at a point when they've been given that responsibility. And it came after different state officials and leaders actually blamed Namwamba of non-performance. Yes, they blamed Namwamba, saying Namwamba was doing nothing and was not delivering in that ministry. And after that, and probably I can say this, it was not by coincidence that pro-Ruto Rift Valley team were actually attacking Namwamba. When they were attacking Namwamba, there are political pundits that argued that probably these MPs just wanted that docket of sports to go to Kalenjin, because they are doing well in athletics, and of course athletics is raising Kenyan flag outside there. And some pundits argued that these people are going after Namwamba because you realize that coincidentally it was the Gladys Sholei and Cherargei, I think Gladys Sholei and Cherargei, that were actually, and I think Aaron Cheriot, that were calling out Namwamba on that sports docket. But it could still be by design that the executive knew very well the decision they wanted to make up Ambele. The decision to give some huge tenders, because those may be some very serious tenders to the military or to some fellows. And that is why the Namwamba profiling, the Namwamba attack, was actually a proxy. It was a proxy script that was already choreographed to make sure that that is effected. Now, as we speak now, I think there is also Phyllis Kandie, I want to get the name right, who served as an advisor under Uhuru Kenyatta, that has been injected back in government and has been given a position. I just want to get that for you here. Of course, it is something that was already. It is something that was really spoken about those who probably they get, yes, I think that was Phyllis Kandie, to be charge of agricultural development, something, yeah. So it's been reinjected. There are also reports of some other senior civil servants that worked under Uhuru Kenyatta, and especially in the State House, that have also been reabsorbed in some strategic positions. And it points out to the fact that, of course, there are those who, they merit, Employment sometimes is also done on merit, or there are many other factors before someone is absorbed. However, it should really be something. It's a very interesting observation to see that after attacking and profiling all that, we've made a U-turn. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to look at why urgently that is happening. What could be behind it? You may not be shocked to realize the next day that even Matiang'i is now given some slot somewhere, and to do some good work for this country. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. I want to say thank you very much for those who support our podcasts. We don't take it for granted. Those who share in Facebook, in Twitter, and all those spaces, I want to say thank you. We are running 100 subscribers challenge. 100 subscribers challenge is a challenge to help us raise 100 subscribers per day. So how do you participate in that challenge? Yes, how to participate is just to confirm your subscription. Click hapo kwa subscription, then click notification bell, so that tukitoa video, when we release any video, you will be on the know. Before I look at any reason, I know that there is a factor of lobby. There are those who there is proximity to power, and of course there are those who can use resources to lobby. Jobs are not normally just given amongst other factors that are given on merit or shareholding position, your percentage of shareholding. There is also lobbying cost. I think this was confirmed by some fellows that was even complaining that despite of paying some millions to get a job, especially those who had been in government, some people want these positions not because of money or so, but also, when you're within the political power, you can always get your way with it. However, Phyllis Kandi was actually brought in government by William Ruto. I think I've read that somewhere back in 2015. So if you read keenly, you'll realize back during the first term, he was actually a William Ruto pick because he'd been a very strong member of the URP. Now, 3 observations that I'm making. Ruto has realized that he's surrounded by that his circle has incompetent fellows. We've been talking about this for quite so long, that something is not right, and the president needed to look left, right, and mbele na nyuma, and ask himself, do I have the right people? And maybe doing his own audit, he's realizing that he's surrounded by some bunch of jokers. And a bunch of jokers, and it's because most of those who sometimes got some very prime positions are actually first-timers, people who are picked from parliament, from the political benches, and did not have the requisite requirement or even the competence to deliver on some of the documents that have been given. That is because of most of the hiring was actually done on shareholding. Meaning the fact that shareholding, respect to how many have you injected, how much did you inject in our campaign, did you stand with us? Or how many abuses, insults did you throw on Uhuru Kenyatta's side during campaigns? So he has realized that things are simply not working, and those he have may not be able to deliver any tangible results. Number 2, Kenya Kwanza has been operating on a pilot mode, autopilot. Everything else is being tried. When you go to education, they're trying something new, education funding model. When you go to even to sports and digital economy, they're trying something superhighway. Every other sector they're trying something new, be it health and all the sectors. So what Ruto might have realized is he needs to still pick it from where Uhuru was. So, because you need to let government move. I was just reading a report now that despite of the taxes we are introducing, we're introducing taxes day in and out. It does not show we are introducing taxes, tax policies we introduce, we are increasing, but it does not translate to increase in the taxes we are collecting. I just read that report. Even today, there is another one by another story where Mount Kenya counties are saying they have collected less taxes more than any other region, despite the fact that they were not on strikes. When by that time they were claiming the way those were strikes and would have asked for free while then they were planning. So that has been going on. There is a clear line here. There is a clear possibility that Ruto is considering picking Uhuru Kenyatta's strategies. And what worked for Uhuru? The military worked for Uhuru. I said this. The military men worked for Uhuru and it worked successfully. When Uhuru realized he was going to finish his second term with nothing tangible to show, he decided to, especially for Nairobi, he decided to bring up enemies, throw in the military guy there. He realized there was some runaway corruption. He decided to throw some intelligence guys within different ministries to plan so that he would actually be able to man-mark some of these state officials that actually had went into plundering mode. Signal of Uhuru truce with Ruto. I don't know why. Ruto is not an enemy to Uhuru Kenyatta. In fact, at night when you lock him up in a room and ask him, amongst factors that contributed to your presidency is the fact that Uhuru settled on Ruto as deputy. So there are things you cannot wrap. You will have a lot of conjectures and twists around it. But you will not run away from the fact that Ruto is basically a president because Uhuru Kenyatta became the president. Uhuru was to even to pick Eugene, and that did not work until then he had to settle on Ruto. So there is a very clear line that probably there are softening grounds between Ruto and Uhuru. And he's reaching out, maybe asking what exactly is going on. You will see all these other fellows shouting, oh, Uhuru this, Uhuru that, but Ruto has kept quiet. And in politics, never say it's impossible. Who knew that Ruto and Uhuru would break up? If you look at 2014. And who knew that Raila and Uhuru would be buddies? So that's also one pointer that we can make from that development. Thank you guys. Let's meet tomorrow in the next podcast.